Hello, I'm Jenn Oldham,
I'm Dr. Stephanie Davis.
and we're going to be doing a wellness consult for you to teach you a little bit more about the essential oils that you just purchased and teach you a little bit more about your membership that you just got. So we're going to share our screen so that you can walk through this brochure with us. But first, we're going to introduce ourselves and tell you a little bit more about us. So Stephanie, why don't you start? Dr. Davis.
Oh, please. Hey guys, it's Dr. Steph Davis. So I have been an emergency medicine physician for 12 years. I have used essential oils for 4 years and then got introduced to doTERRA by Jenn just a little less than a year ago. And I have noticed a huge difference in my health since doing that, to the point that I even have started sharing that information with some of my patients. So I look forward to sharing this information with you guys.
Awesome. And I've been using oils for 8 years now. I was really struggling with feeling anxious all the time about everything. And I started using oils, and it was amazing what they did. And then I thought, wow, if this is going to help with when I'm anxious, what could it do for other aspects of our health? And so it's been an essential oil love affair ever since. We use them for everything in our health. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you. And I'm going to pull up this little brochure. It's called the Live Guide. And we're going to just go through some of the different products that doTERRA has. And, you know, basically the idea behind, sorry, you guys get to look at all my text messages. They're so exciting. But the idea behind doTERRA is that they've got a really top quality essential oil. In fact, these are the best essential oils in the world that you're going to find. But what I love is that doTERRA wants you to have access to the world's best essential oils, but they also want to help you have a more natural lifestyle. And so there's a lot of different essential oil infused products that they have. So the first page of the guide it gives you a big congratulations on choosing a lifestyle that is going to help you empower yourselves and be more healthy. In Latin, doTERRA means gift of the earth. And we have really experienced that over the last, 8 years?
Should I play some Latin?
That is my Alexa. She heard
I was like,
Latin.
she heard Latin, and she's like,
Alexa, be quiet. That was awesome. Like, who is talking in my house? So we've got this congratulations page to you. And what this whole recording is for is to show you how to empower yourselves and figure out what you can do on your own to learn more about using your oils that you already have. So we're going to give you some directions so you feel like, okay, this is what I can do, but we're going to also give you some more resources and tools that you can look at. So doTERRA is based around a wellness pyramid. You know, as you know, to be healthy, you need to be doing a lot of different things. It's not just eating right. It's not just sleeping. It's doing a lot of different things. Being an ER physician.
I was going to say, this would keep a lot of my patients out of the ER if more people followed this pyramid. And this was one of my favorite things about doTERRA is I like that they're teaching people not just, hey, here, now you have something, let's treat it, but let's do something to prevent it. And that's a lot of the things that are in doTERRA's wellness plan, including their LLV and some of the other things is, you know, how to get the right rest, how to get the right vitamins, how to eat right, and then how to avoid seeing people like me in the emergency room.
Which we're grateful for doctors. And you'll notice on this pyramid, the top aspect of the pyramid, or the top piece, is proactive medical care. And that is seeking further attention when you need it. There are times that doctors are necessary, and we're so grateful for them. But if we can avoid them, that's always a good thing too.
Yes.
So this is going to help you to have optimum health. And then we do encourage seeing doctors when necessary. We're by no means anti-doctor. So there's different products designed to help with each section of the pyramid. And the first one that we're going to talk about is eating right. Now, one of doTERRA's most popular products is called their Lifelong Vitality. And Dr. Davis is going to talk about that.
Okay, so this is single-handedly my favorite product that doTERRA has. And it's because I like the combo of what's in them. So when you look at this, they have the micro complex, which is like your multivitamin. What I love about this is it doesn't have excess of the vitamins, so your body can only consume so much of those. The other thing that I like about the micro complex is that doTERRA has figured out how to trick your body into knowing that those vitamins are actually like food. And so they actually put something in there called a glycoprotein or lactobacillus, which basically tricks your body into thinking that it's really food, so you actually absorb it. So one thing you'll notice with this vitamin when you take it is that your urine is not yellow. And that's because you're not peeing all of those wonderful nutrients out. Now, the other component of this is the CRS, which everybody always kind of looks at and goes, what's that? That's kind of like your little antioxidant complex that helps prevent cancers, helps prevent hypertension and heart disease and all of that. And then the third one is the omegas. Now, what I love about this too is they've got the right combination of the omega-3, 6, and 9s that you need. And again, they put the digestive enzymes in the omegas so that you actually break those down and absorb what you need out of those.
So they're awesome. It's how I survived twins. I have twins, and my husband, this is when he really said, you are getting, they call it doTERRA, you'll hear it called the vitamins, LLV, lifelong vitality, it's all the same thing. Supplements. It's how we survived our twins because we really didn't get a lot of sleep, and we also had a 3-year-old. So it is how we survived. So we love these in our home. And it's awesome when you can have a physician look at them and say, wow, these are incredible. These are incredible. Some other products that you can pair with the Lifelong Vitality are the Terrazyme. That is a digestive enzyme that helps your body to break down and digest food even better. Because especially now, a lot of our foods are very processed, and our body is like, what do I do with this? I don't even know where to start. We have a lot of food allergies. The Terrazyme can really help. And then it also helps your body to be able to digest and absorb that Lifelong Vitality even better. And then the PB Assist is a really good probiotic that doTERRA has. I actually follow that regimen every single day, morning and night. I take a full dose of the Lifelong Vitality, and then I do 1 Terrazyme and 1 probiotic every morning and every night. And it's amazing how much better I feel when I'm doing that. So there are some other products that you can use. And if you're feeling like, man, my food or eating right's struggling, you've got the Lifelong Vitality. They also have some products just for kids. So if you're thinking, this is so great, I want stuff for my kids, you're in luck. They've got a really great probiotic for kids. It's called PB Assist Junior, and it tastes like a pixie stick, but there's no sugar in it. There's not any artificial sweetener in it. And it's really good for your kids. And I have a lot of people that have noticed when they use it on their kids that their skin looks better. They're digesting their food better. They're having less stomach complications. They just feel better. And their little ones are able to experience those same benefits, which we love. And then they've got a really good E-omega and chewable vitamin for the kids as well. My kids call them happy candy.
Your kids asked for them. I think that's amazing.
Can I have happy candy? They do. I love it. So they have, some other wellness lifestyle habits are eating better. You can only do so much with supplementation. It really does also boil down to eating healthy as well. Trust me, I've tried. I've been like, I'll eat a hamburger and fries and a milkshake and then take my vitamins. I don't feel so great. So eating healthy is still really important. And they've also got some fun recipes in here. You can throw a drop of essential oils into your smoothies. You can put a drop into your oatmeal. You've done that, right?
Oh, I was going to say, so this is one of my favorites. So whatever I drink in the morning, my herbal tea or whatever, I'll put a couple of drops of peppermint in just to wake up in the morning. Plus I have a lot of GI issues, so it kind of helps settle that. But the oatmeal one, I actually do add a drop of cinnamon and a drop of wild orange to my oatmeal every morning. So then I get that boost from my immune system, kind of helps wake me up, and it tastes amazing. I love it. I love it.
And it smells like Christmas. So even though it may not be Christmas right now, it still smells like it, and it's amazing. And you can also add essential oils to your water. There's a lot of really great research that supports the usage of using oils internally, which is great. And one of the best ideas or oils for your water is any sort of a citrus oil. I personally love lemon and lime. Grapefruit's good. Cassie is a cinnamon cousin, we'll call it. So it's a little bit more spicy, but those are some really fun things to add to your water. So there's also products that help to support you with exercising. I'm going to give it away to Dr. Davis.
I'm the exercise geek. No, so I do work out a lot. I go to the gym probably 5 or 6 days a week. And I love the combination that they work in with doTERRA with exercise. They have the Slim and Sassy line, which just kind of helps control some of your appetite. They have the trim shakes, which you can use. My other favorite things that they have for working out and exercise is, I think I live and die by Mito2 Max. Totally helps with energy and stamina when I kind of get that lull in the afternoon at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon when I get tired. The other thing I use a lot when I work out is breathe. So I actually will put just a little bit on my chest, a little bit on my hands, and inhale before I go to work out. And it just kind of opens up my airways and wakes me up before I do a good workout. And then I use the Deep Blue probably almost every single day. I love that it kind of helps with the muscle soreness, but also helps prevent it. So it's not just when I get sore, but helps prevent some of that muscle soreness that you can get sometimes. What was the other one on there? Oh,
I've got the Breathe. Sorry, I scrolled down too
no,
quickly.
you're fine.
Oh, Deep Blue, Mito 2 Max. And then the Trim Shake. So yes, they have a lot of really good stuff to help support you working out, whether it's having better endurance, better stamina, or recovering from wow, I'm really sore today. So they've got a lot of really great stuff. And the Trim Shakes are something fun to add oils to. And sometimes they've always got a chocolate, they've always got a vanilla. Sometimes they'll add in other things seasonally. Sometimes you'll find a citrus flavored Trim Shake. And that's actually my favorite if they ever have it. So I love it. Or you can add in a drop of citrus to your vanilla Trim Shake. And it's amazing. So what drew me to the oils initially was the resting and managing stress, because I struggle there. And it's something I really want to change. Like, I don't want to be as stressed out or as anxious. And the very first oil that I ever tried from doTERRA was called Balance. In fact, I think that's the first oil I gave you.
That was what I was begging for.
You're like,
I just want to buy Balance.
Can I buy some more Balance? And I'm like, you can, but there's some other really great things too. But Balance is one of my favorite oils. It's called their grounding blend. And I love it because it literally relaxes and calms me, whether I'm feeling really anxious or even if I'm feeling really blue, like I don't want to do anything. It's really, every oil that is in the Balance blend comes from a tree. And trees are always, to me, I look in my backyard where I'm surrounded by trees. The same trees are in the same spot every single day. They're grounded, they're balanced, they are always there. And I find that oil has that same impact on me, and I love it. So they've got some fun little suggestions of things you can do. Lavender is always really calming. Serenity is really calming. They've got Serenity soft gels, which is completely plant-based. You know, if you're feeling like I need a good restful night's sleep, that's a good option. And what I love about it is you don't wake up feeling groggy the next day and feeling drugged. Or if if you need to wake up in the middle of the night, you can. If you've got kids that need attention, you can do it.
These are actually so safe that I've got a teenage daughter, and I've let her use Serenity. If she's uptight or stressed with school, she's started asking for them. Mommy, can I have one of those Serenity capsules tonight? So I love that about that blend.
It's very safe. So it's great. And vetiver is Stephanie's true love. So I'm going to let her talk about vetiver.
So vetiver it's one of those tree-based, and it's kind of one of those, it's very outdoorsy smell. And I think everybody has an oil that's like their crack. And vetiver is mine. And it's interesting to me. So when I first started using it, I noticed that I would just kind of relax and I could get some sleep. What's amazing to me about your brain is that your limbic system, so sort of when you smell something, your body remembers that it smelt that before, and then it remembers the sensation that you had associated with that. So your body learns to react to the oil faster. So my body has learned, and yours would do the same thing, that if it relaxes you, your body smells that and then goes, oh, that's that smell. That's that thing that makes me relax. And so that has become my very big go-to to de-stress and to get a good night's sleep. Absolutely love vetiver.
That's one of I love that one too. That's one of the first oils I tried. And if you pair it with oil, like a citrus oil, the vetiver will help you relax. The citrus oil will help you to stay asleep. So that's why they have that combo together. doTERRA also has a wide variety of diffusers. Right here they have featured the Lumo diffuser, which was released in 2017. And it's great because it lasts for 10 hours. Sorry, I do know my numbers. 10 hours. And so it's really great for sleeping, having it in your bedroom, which is what I love. I love to bathe, and I love to put a drop of oil in the bathtub. That's my favorite thing ever. doTERRA also has an emotional aromatherapy line, and this was released in 2015, I believe. I'm trying to remember my exact years. But basically, honestly, the thing that I think most people have in common is they're stressed out, they're anxious, they're depressed. There's something going on with their mood that they would like to see changed. And so doTERRA really was like, hey, well, let's come up with something that will be a solution for a lot of people. So if you look on this chart, you'll see in the middle, it's blue. And then there's several emotions listed in there, all negative. They're things you don't want to feel. And the oils are designed in different categories, and they line up and match up with the negative emotions. So you'll notice that citrus oils are really good if you're feeling gloomy, discouraged, distressed, because citrus is really uplifting. Florals and mints are really good if you're feeling anxious and worried. So they did a lot of, they looked into the science and did a lot of research in in formulating each one of these blends. So this isn't just oh, that sounds nice, we'll put it right here. There's a lot of research showing that mints can help you if you're feeling anxious, and that citrus can help you if you're feeling discouraged or depressed or anything like that. So basically, let's say you're feeling fearful. This is an oil that's on, or an emotion that's listed on the left of this chart. You would want to use the oil that is to the right or to the left. So if you're feeling fearful, you might want to try peace, or you could try console. If you're feeling gloomy, you could try motivate, or you could try cheer. So each oil, you can see what's in it by looking to the left and to the right. Motivate is made up of mints and citruses. And then you can look, likewise, you look at the blue section. If it says, if you're feeling discouraged, you can say, okay, then I could either use like a citrus or a mint would be good for that. So you could try like motivate or cheer. Now, one fun thing about these that I just learned not too long ago is that if an oil has an orange or a red label, those are like your sunrise colors. Those are your pick me up, wake up, have a good day. If you need something that's going to help relax and calm you, those are your sunset colors, so your blue and your purple. So a lot of times my oils, if I'm need to relax at night, that's where I'm going to grab. Like Balance has a blue label, Peace, Console's purple, but it's really great. So this is the emotional aromatherapy, and these are meant to be used aromatically and topically. So these are some really great ones. Do you have anything?
Yeah, I was gonna say, so one thing I like about this, and I tell a lot of people, is that there's not just one that's the straightforward answer. So like one person, they may respond to cheer and find that that's one that works really well for them. Whereas somebody else might respond like me, I love motivate. I like the smell of it. It works really well for me. So I always tell people there's not always one answer to what works. The second thing I love about this is we know that a lot of people fight depression, anxiety, I can't sleep. But it's not consistent, meaning we're not always depressed, we're not always anxious. And what I love about the aromatherapy line is that you can basically titrate it to the symptoms that you have right then that day. So I might feel gloomy one day out of the week, but I don't need to be on an antidepressant where I'm not depressed all of the time. And so I love that I can just use this for what symptoms I'm having, what day at what time. And I can totally titrate it to me. Maybe I only use my motivate one time that day. Maybe I'm really tired one day and I'm like coating my neck with it, trying to stay awake and stay motivated. So I love that I can use what I need when I need it out of this.
I love that. That's like an awesome, yeah, because you're like, if you take a medication, it's going to always have you feeling a certain way, or you can use the oils with how you're feeling right now. And as women, I think my mood changes 12 times a day, so I need several oils. Reducing toxic load. This is a big thing for me in my home. I really want to get rid of the toxins. You know, I look at us, society, we're becoming more and more unhealthy. And it's like, what on earth is changing? Why are we chronically ill, like so many chronic illnesses? And people are sick all the time. They're just struggling. And I think part of the reason is we're bombarded with toxins all the time. Synthetics, toxins, things that are really affecting our bodies. And so every so often, I like to do a cleanse. Now, this is not a sit on the toilet, don't leave your house for a 3-day kind of cleanse. Thank goodness. This is a, oh, I'm feeling better type of cleanse. So it's a 30-day cleanse, and they have it outlined here. But basically, they have things in the cleanse to help make sure, you know, I always tell people, think of a dirty sink or a bathtub. If you want to clean out the bathtub, you've got to make sure the pipes are draining first. I've tried when they're not draining and it's just annoying and it's gross. So make sure that everything in your body is able to eliminate properly instead of coming out through your skin or coming out in the form of a cough. You want it to be able to exit properly, and the Terrazyme is going to help that. That's the digestive enzyme. And then adding any citrus oil to your water is very cleansing and detoxifying to your body. Zendicrine is really good for your organs. It just helps to keep them running well. It's like giving them a little cleanse, getting the junk out. So that's what I do the entire 30 days of my cleanse. You'll notice that days 11 through 20, you'll want to take the GX Assist. That's your scrubbing bubbles. That's going to go in there and really clean. You only want to do it for 10 days. And then the last 10 days, you want to add in a really good probiotic. They do have the option to add in DDR Prime, which is an amazing cellular support. The oils in there are very powerful, and taking that regularly can help to prevent a lot as well. Just keeping your body in a really healthy spot. So why would you do a cleanse? It's good for your mood. It's good for your metabolism. It's good for if you're wanting to get your body to a healthier weight. If you're struggling with your digestive system, this is going to really help with that. It's really good to just help with energy. And I hear that from so many people. I'm struggling with energy. my top 2 suggestions are doing a cleanse and getting on Lifelong Vitality. It's something that's been really, really helpful. They also have a lot of essential oil infused products because, you know, you can do a cleanse, but you don't want to add the toxins right back in. So if you can have a good, clean skincare kit, toothpaste, shampoo, conditioner, it really helps. And these are just a few of the things they have. doTERRA has an entire spa line. They have actually 3 different skincare lines. They have a lot. There's a lot of options, which is really great. They've got a laundry detergent. My personal favorite product on here is the foaming hand soap. We have that in every bathroom, and every sink has the foaming hand soap next to it.
And everybody who comes to my house comments about how good my soap smells. They're like, oh my gosh, it smells so good. And I'm like, and it's keeping you healthy.
And it's keeping you healthy, which is great. It's not, you know, there's a lot of controversy surrounding antibacterial soap. This is not antibacterial in the traditional sense, but yet it's antibacterial. But it is really great, yes. So informed self-care. Dr. Davis is going to talk about this page.
I love this. So this is one of my things that I've loved about doTERRA and the products that they have is that basically I can go to what I need for symptomatic relief. So just like when you go to the doctor and say, I've got a cough, I've got congestion, if I've got a headache, I know what to go to. And there's a great book that you can use as a reference where basically you can look up what symptom you have. And it will not tell you just one oil, but it may tell you 7 to 10 different oils of what you could use for that complaint. Like if you have a headache, to use peppermint or past tense. If you have GI upset or bloating, to use peppermint or digestion. So you're able to actually take care of yourself and do your own self-care by looking up what oil you need for what symptom that you have going on. Example, my son had a fever the other night, and so I have a blend that I use for him for fever, and so I'm able to look that up and be able to treat him just based on the symptoms that he has. Oh, the keychain. I love this. I love this concept in here, and I actually, when I first saw it, I thought, really? No, I like carrying my oils everywhere I go. And you end up kind of adjusting what's in your keychain based on which oils you use the most. But it gives you that ability to take it with you so that you can use it in every day. Like, I don't know when I'm going to be out during the day and have a headache, or I don't know when I'm going to be out during the day and be stressed out. And so I love that I have this little sample of bottles of each one of these in that I carry around, and I call it my little first aid kit. But then I have them with me so I can implement the oils in my daily life all the time.
Yep, the 8 vial keychain is my favorite. When I'm not carrying a diaper bag, I'm always carrying, because in my diaper bag I have a big full set of every oils. But in when I just have a purse, that keychain is a must-have. Even if you go to like a restaurant and the table's nasty, I'll just put On Guard on my hands. I put it on the table, and I'm like, we're good to go. The next people will thank me because they're now going to be healthier. So there's a page on targeted support, and again, I'm going to let Dr. Davis cover this one.
So this one, basically, there's an oil that kind of helps with each different system. So like if you're trying to boost your endocrine system, you can use On Guard or lemongrass, for example. I use lemongrass daily because I have thyroid problems. And so it's kind of been shown to support that. Limbic system we kind of talked about before, right? That's the part of your brain or hypothalamus that like senses smell and then associates an emotion with it. So that's different things like balance or serenity, or rose, which we know is Jenn's husband's favorite. And then there's all of the respiratory ones that it'll target. So like peppermint, eucalyptus, their breathe, which kind of has a blend of all of those, is really good. There's different oils to boost your immune system. So we've talked about the Lifelong Vitality, On Guard. There's oils that will boost and are like antibacterial, antiviral, like your melaleuca or oregano or On Guard. This is probably one of my most aha moments, is the urinary symptoms. So I get bladder infections a lot, which as a physician, I would say, you just get an antibiotic. It's like a no-brainer in the emergency room. I was starting to get one once, and I used lemongrass, and I thought, okay. And 20 minutes later, my symptoms were improved. I kept using it and never had to go on antibiotics, so I never had to suffer the consequences of the side effects of the antibiotics, which I loved. They've got oils for musculoskeletal, so we talked about the deep blue, the wintergreen, some of the deep blue rubs, or even the new Siberian fir, which I think is amazing for musculoskeletal. The digestive blends. Digestion is another one of those that kind of surprised me, and I'm not kidding. I was actually at work talking to another physician, and we talked about using digestion. And so as a physician, you always think, okay, I have to take it in my mouth, I have to take it in my mouth. Both of us had an experience that week where we had a little GI upset, and had applied digestion right just kind of around our belly buttons. And both of us said, could you believe within 20 minutes that the symptoms were gone? Like nausea improved, could continue to work, felt like. So it was amazing to me to have another physician kind of confirm what I had experienced with the digestion products.
So yeah, it's great. There's really is, you can look, there's different sections and you can look and get some ideas on what's going to help this particular part of my body. So the next part of the consult is the customize your wellness plan. You know, what I would do is rate where you are from a scale of 1 to 10 on everything on that pyramid. And where you're feeling like you need the most support, there are some really good suggestions right here that will help you. And I am going to have, all you need to do to access this, I'm going to show you in a moment so that you can access this guide that we're going through right now. But it will just give you an idea of what products you would want to use for whatever it is that you've got going on, or the area that you want to improve the most. Now, if you're feeling like, okay, how do I tailor these just to me? We talked a little bit about that with the targeted support, but again, Dr. Davis is going to just talk about creating a daily wellness plan as well as coming up with solutions just for you in your home every day.
So one of the things that can really be overwhelming about these oils is, where do I start and what do I want to do? And so we always say, write down your top 3 things. What's the top 3 things that you're most concerned about that you want to work on? 90% of the time people will say fatigue, can't sleep, and I'm stressed. But you write down your top 3 things that you want to focus on, and then you're able to adjust your plan of which oils you're going to use in your daily life based on what things that you're wanting to focus on the most. Example, for me it was I couldn't sleep, I had headaches, and I had GI upset a lot. And so it helped me figure out how to kind of create my daily plan of how am I going to use these in my everyday life. So example, every morning I get up, I use Balance on my feet for my stress. I use Serenity at night and my Vetiver that I swear by to help me sleep. We talked about how I put the peppermint in my drinks in the morning. So what I have found with this is, once I figured out what my top priorities of things that I wanted to get symptomatic relief with or help with, then I could start working those into my daily routine. And as you start doing that, you'll start finding that oils don't stay in the little bag that you buy, but then they start ending up in your kitchen and in your bathroom and beside your bed. And what that lets me do is I can use them whenever I need them, whatever I need them for. So my oils that I need for are at bedtime or in my little box by my bed. The oils that I'm going to use every morning when I get up are in my bathroom when I brush my teeth. And so having your top priorities of what you're wanting to kind of work on helps you tailor it, because it can be really overwhelming at first to know, where do I start with all of this?
So one thing I would do is, if you don't have the Modern Essentials reference guide, download the app. It's just the Modern Essentials app. It's like $7, $6 or $7, and you can put in whatever it's going on that you need support with. So let's say your respiratory system needs a little support. Write in respiratory, and it's going to give you an idea of what oils to use. What you can do is look at what you already have, look at the kit you just purchased or the oils you just purchased, and say, okay, I could use Breathe. I've got some peppermint. You know what? I really want to get some rosemary eucalyptus, or I want to get some cardamom. So you can create a wellness plan just using that book or that app. That's really helpful. And you'll notice that one of the common things that we mention all the time is that lifelong vitality. It's really great. But I want to switch gears just a little bit and talk about the LRP. Now, one thing I love about doTERRA is that you are not required to order monthly. You're not even required to do a minimum order when you order. But doTERRA does have a really great incentive program. You know, for me, I started using the oils, and it was like, okay, well, so I want to sleep well every night, or I want to have my kids healthy all the time, not just for a month while I go through this initial set of oils. So I needed to reorder oils. And I know there are times where I'm like, okay, that order is coming in 3 weeks or 2 weeks. Can I wait that long before I get anything else? So doTERRA has the Loyalty Rewards program. Now, it's an optional program. You can cancel it at any time. You can change your order at any time. But basically, here's the gist of it. Every month that you're ordering at least 50 PV, and in the US, because doTERRA is open in several markets, 50 PV equals $50 US when it comes to oils. There are other products that there may be a variation between the price and the PV, like the Lifelong Vitality. But if you're just getting oils, it's $1, $1 PV. So as long as you're spending about $50 a month, you are earning either between 10 and 30% back on what you're purchasing every month. And that adds up quick. What did you just buy with your points?
Oh, I bought Helichrysum with my points.
Helichrysum is a $75.
I felt like I had made it.
It's a $75 oil. It's one of doTERRA's most expensive. It's in one of the little bottles. She got it for free using with her LRP points, which is great. So one thing I want to focus on real quick is if you're ordering that Lifelong Vitality every month, doTERRA does something really great for you. And this is one of the instances where, because they're putting everything together in a package for you, instead of buying each of the supplements individually, they package them, they discount it more. There is a variation between the cost and the PV. But what they do is you can select up to 3 additional supplements at reduced prices. So I get Lifelong Vitality every month. In fact, I order it twice a month because my husband orders it as well. So I always add on the Digestin and or the Terrazyme, excuse me. Instead of paying $37, I'm paying $20 because I'm adding it on to the LLV. And I also get a PV assist. So you can add on additional products, which is really great. So if you're feeling like, how do I keep track of what I need to order? There's a little chart. So basically every month that you're doing at least 50 PV, you are earning 10% back. Once you've been doing that for 4 months or 3 full months, month 4, you jump to getting 15% back every month. Every 3 months you jump up 5%. So for me, I've been ordering for 8 years and loving it. I really do. I'm like, my LRP is coming. It's like Christmas. I get 30% back. So I get a lot of product for free, which is incredible because I will all of a sudden buy a year's supply of toothpaste or a ton of shampoo and conditioner all at once using those points. But you're getting points every single month. So if you're doing at least 50, you are earning your points and increasing your percentage. Let's say you have a month that is like the car dies, you need a new water heater, and money's tight. Don't cancel your LRP. You can. That is an option. But what I always tell people to do is just do a place-holding order. So do like a tube of toothpaste or Citrus Bliss hand lotion or a bottle of lemon. Do a minimum order. And then what you can do is when things are financially more, stable for you, then you can go back to your orders because that's going to be, it's a bookmark. You're not earning points, but you're not starting back at 10% and you don't lose your points. So do a minimum order. And then doTERRA, I'll tell you, I love it. When I first started, shipping was like $11 and now it's $4. And they give you every month that you do that, you get 4 more points. So that's called their shipping rewards. So you can change your order as much as you want. You can cancel your order. You can return product. Let's say you have something that you're like, I accidentally ordered this twice. I didn't mean to. They'll refund your money 100% as long as it's not open. You can have more than 1 LRP a month. And yes, there are people that do that. I do it too. And then doTERRA does something fun called the product of the month. So if you order 125 PV, by the 15th of the month, they always have a product of the month. This month, doTERRA's is a Melaleuca Touch oil. So it changes every month. So sometimes it's orange. It's totally something different every month, and I love it. So it's great because you can change this at any time. You can cancel anytime, but it's how you can get even a better deal on your oils that you're getting. So real quick, you may be wondering, okay, more resources. So I'm going to show you some resources real quick. I love the doTERRA website. I'm going to turn this just a little bit. And I'm going to go to doTERRA.com because they've got a lot of really cool things that you guys are going to want to see. If you want to learn more about doTERRA as a company, our company tab is excellent. If you want to learn, what's an oil, why doTERRA, safe uses, that's a really good tab. Our Caring talks about their humanitarian partnerships. doTERRA does a lot of good in the world. It's amazing. The Our Advocates tab is my favorite. If you want to click on the product blog, it will take you to the DIY section, and you can find recipes for dry shampoo. I made my own hairspray once. You could do a beach wave salt spray. They've got a makeup remover wipes, but there's so many fun. You'll just see they have 5+ pages of just amazing recipes. They also have, under that same section, they have a science blog. So there are articles written by other physicians.
That's my favorite tab.
That's my favorite tab. There's really good education tab as well. So the Empowered or doTERRA University will take you through and show you, you can click on Living doTERRA, and they'll have little snippets or little videos that will answer some basic questions for you. Getting to know doTERRA, why doTERRA, how to use them safely, The Daily Drop is a really good app that doTERRA has, and there's a little video you can watch every day. It's just an app that's free that you can put on your phone. So you can learn more about their oils on here. There is Empowered Life. Basically, some of the top experts in doTERRA, like, you know, other wellness advocates, are presenting on a certain topic, and they have a new topic every month. So February 2018, the topic is healthy hearts. You listen to that, and they have them recorded and posted afterwards. So you'll notice there's a ton of different, there's one on loving your skin, there's digestive health, back to school. So there's some really good resources that way. And if you want to see the brochure that we just went through, click on Empowered Success, and then you go to the Live Guide. You click on that, download it, and you can have access to the brochure that we just barely went through, so that you can get those recipes and some of that really great information. So there are some really great resources on doTERRA.com. So thank you so much for listening to this wellness consult / lifestyle overview. I think it'll hopefully be very helpful for you as you continue on your essential oil journey. So thank you so much for being on today, and have a wonderful day.